There are some things that are very basic. The commonalities among all vampires is that generally they suck blood.
Yeah.
And they are dead in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, undead.
They are. They're undead.
Yeah.
That's a great way. You just coined an excellent term.
Yeah, I just made that up.
So you have undead people, former people in most cases, feeding on the living. That's the vampire. It's the basis of almost all vampires.
Yes.
But even that has exceptions because the earliest vampires that we know of that arose out of the first civilization, Mesopotamia, were actually demon goddesses, right?
Yeah, Lamastu was a demon goddess, and she was the daughter of Anu, the sky god.
Yeah.
And she would creep in and kill your babies.
Yes, she was not a happy, nice person. She had talons, wings.
Yeah.
And they believed that the Assyrians and Babylonians were basically going like, what is going on when they would encounter sudden infant death syndrome or miscarriages. And they said, well, of course it is
Lamastu.
Thank you.
Lamastu is also associated with Lilith, who I mentioned, who this past season was on True Blood, like a version of Lilith. But she is prominent in Jewish texts and is a lot like Lamastu. She was the first woman, supposedly.
Yeah.
Not Eve, but Adam and Lilith.
Yeah.
So Lilith was a modern woman, and she was like, Adam, I ain't putting up with this because I am just the same as you. I was created from God just like you are.
Yeah.
And so...
stop acting like you're not made of dust.
Exactly. So she left Eden, said, I'm out of here. I'm going to go have my own kids.
Yeah.
God sends angels to bring her back. She's like, no, I'm not going. And the angel said, all right, you think angels are nice? We're going to kill 100 of your children every day until you get back up to Eden or heaven.
Yeah. And rather than say, okay, well, let's go back to Eden, then Lilith said, do it. And they did it. And so she started killing human children in return.
That's right. Again, with sharp talons, a winged demoness, stealing infants and fetuses.
And I find that extremely interesting, that the vampire legend is kind of born out of this this folklore of how you're supposed to be subservient to men.
Right.
That's very interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because there's this element of seduction that kind of was reinvented with vampires here or there. But it's one of the... It may have gone away in some areas, but it always came back. This idea that there was a woman or a person who didn't follow sexual mores.
True.
Whether that sexual meaning like intercourse or gender.
Yeah.
They didn't follow the rules, and that's kind of like another thing that's always kept the vampire legend going, or that's always been a part of it, I guess.
That's a good point. Because Lilith does set up the notion of the seductress, we see over and over in further legends.
Right. And then so Lilith is associated with ancient Jewish texts. Lamastu is from Mesopotamia.
Yeah.
And they aren't certain if Lilith was a variation of Lamastu or if they both evolved from a third character.
Right.
But those are the two most ancient ideas of vampires that we have.
That's right.
For more on this and thousands of other topics, visit HowStuffWorks.com.